Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back to the African Geekdom with I and I Yaman JP. Excuse me, bit of a hoarse voice today. No coffee, herbal tea to mend that particular wound. Indian borage, if you must know. Yeah, I got a bit of a flu. And today we're here to review Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre, from one of my top directors, Guy Ritchie. Let's get into it.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna shoot at them, Danny.
So you weren't seen by anyone?
Yes.
That's a yes. You weren't seen by anyone? Yes. Or a yes, you were seen by someone?
Yes.
Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. Now that is a mouthful of a title. This was supposed to come out in 2022, early 2022, never came out. Apparently, the reason I've heard is because it didn't come out because of the war in Ukraine and the bad guys in this movie were Ukrainian. To which I say, thank goodness that during the Afghan and Iraq war, there were no movies ever released about Islamic extremists. That aside, I was looking forward to this movie because of Guy Ritchie. To be honest, I thought the trailer was shit. I didn't like the trailer. It didn't tell me anything. But it didn't excite me. So all I could lean on was to hope against hope that Guy Ritchie would deliver. And to be honest, after his last outing with Jason Statham, Wrath of Man, I was, wasn't really feeling it. I don't even think I did a review for Wrath of Man. I was so disappointed. I didn't think it was a bad movie, but it certainly wasn't a Guy Ritchie movie. It was more like Guy Ritchie by way of Aladdin. Guy Ritchie tries to do generic action movie. That's what that was. It didn't work for me. Because when I go into a Guy Ritchie, I want me some Guy Ritchie isms. That's right. Let's get back to this movie, Operation Fortune, starring Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, Carrie Elwes, Hugh Grant, Josh Hartnett, and an actor I've never heard of, Bugsy Malone as JJ, the sniper, the man on the rooftops. Bugsy Malone sounds like a 1950s movie star. So overall, what's the basic plot premise? MacGuffin is stolen at the beginning of the movie, which is the setup is really fast, boom boom boom, which is pretty Guy Ritchie. Yeah, very Guy Ritchie setup, boom boom boom. This is the premise. Let's get into it. MacGuffin stolen, and Jason Statham is called in by his team leader, Gary Elwes, to infiltrate Hugh Grant's character's entourage by way of bringing Josh Hartnett's Danny, actor who Hugh Grant's character is a big fan of, and hijinks and shoot. I guess I get what happened here. This movie is not going to do great at the box office. It is just not. It doesn't have any of the things, if you ask me, that people look for in a blockbuster these days. This is a movie out of time. It should have been released maybe in the early 2000s. Yeah, around that time. But this is Guy Ritchie doing a spy movie, as he did with Men from U.N.C.L.E. And this movie rests squarely on the shoulders of Jason Statham. I always, like I said at the beginning of this review, is that I go into a Guy Ritchie movie looking for Guy Ritchie isms. What's the point of a Guy Ritchie movie if it's not Guy Ritchie'd up, as you would go in a Tarantino movie for it to be Tarantino'd up? And although it did start like a Guy Ritchie movie, and you first meet Jason Statham by way of him having a one-on-one conversation with his boss, played by Gary Elwes, and there you get some of that creepy dialogue. It quickly dies down and disappears. Although Hugh Grant is basically playing the same character he played in The Gentleman. And yeah, he steals the show. Hugh Grant is great in this. Aubrey Plaza does what she does. She's not grating. I think I just love seeing her anywhere I see her. But she's great. And like I said, this rests squarely on the shoulders of Jason Statham, and Guy Ritchie, who obviously, I'd say Guy Ritchie took a look at what James Bond franchise was doing. They were trying to do the Bond thing. He said, no, let's not do that. He took a look at what Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise were doing. They kept upping the ante and going off the rails. Well, not off the rails, you just up the ante, crazy action. Took a look at Fast and Furious, let's say. Fuck no. This is a more by-the-numbers spy thriller. It's a bit of a slow burn, and the action sequences are sparse, few and far between. But when they're there, they are there. Jason Statham's fight scenes, it's some of the best fights I've seen him do since Fuck Transporter or Safe, where he had that girl to take care of, the little Chinese girl. Anyway, no, old Jason Statham movie. He had some great action sequences, which is what I was there for. A lovely character interplay between Josh Hartnett and Hugh Grant's character. All in all, I dare say I was not disappointed. Even though I didn't get the Guy Ritchie-ness that I went in it for, I'm really not disappointed with this movie. I thought it was well shot, well directed, well acted. It's definitely not gonna make a big splash at the box office. I wish it would, but these days there's no space for a movie like this. It is and at the end it was obviously made to be a franchise starter. I don't think they're gonna get another one. I do hope they do though. Because I want to see this crew again. I want to see JJ, Agent Fortune, and the others. I'm blacking out. I kind of fever. Sorry. Yeah, this was a good movie. Not great by any means. Not Guy Ritchie's best. And if you know me, my favorite Guy Ritchie movie is Snatch. It's hard to top that. I would give this a 7 out of 10 reels. And on my Shaggy scale, I'll give this a Mr. Lover Lover.
Mr. Lover Lover.
Because with me, I'm Man JP. May the force be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor. Live long and prosper. Good luck forever, my ninjas. I'll catch you all on the next one.